as usual, I'm going to jump right in. We're talking about 6 easy ways to sabotage your small business, and this is part 2. So in part 1, we talked about numbers 1 through 3, which was number 1, releasing your trade secrets. Number 2 was pricing your products incorrectly. Either you're pricing them too low or too high based on the quality. And then number 3 was ignoring quality. So to start out part 2, we're going to start with number 4, lacking good customer service. Now, I do have a separate video on customer experience, but I'm talking about lacking good customer service. Customer service and customer experience do go hand in hand, but they are different. Customer service is just a general thing, so it could be good or it could be bad. Things that make your customer service bad or rudeness, that's a really good way to ruin your own business by being rude, not being willing to bend. This isn't necessarily rude. This is just lacking good customer service. It'll hurt your business if you're unwilling to bend. For example, I had a wholesale customer who emailed me and they're like, hey, if we purchase over a certain amount, could we get free shipping? And this is, of course, during this whole coronavirus thing. And so I was like, sure, and I didn't ask, any details because they had purchased from me before. And so because I said yes, they literally, I think it was either later that day or maybe the next morning, they literally placed like an order that was almost $1,200. That little amount of shipping that they saved, that little, probably, I think it was maybe $100 or something, is how much it ended up costing me to ship their order, maybe a little bit over $100. That's a drop in the bucket. So let's say if I had been, unwilling to bend and said, no, I'm sorry, I can't do free shipping. I have to charge you shipping. They could have possibly not placed an order, or they could have just ordered something, ordered $200-300 worth of product. Now, don't let people use you, in these cases. You still have to, be stern and kind of know when somebody's just trying to, scam you or something. But be willing to bend when it's reasonable. If, just something comes up, somebody just makes a request, you have not because you ask not. It's not a big deal. Go ahead and give them whatever deal that they're asking for if it's not going to cost you anything significant. Being non-responsive to customers, this is just flat out totally ignoring a customer, whether it's like their email or they send you a message on social media, or they maybe leave a comment on your on like a post or something. Just try to respond to it. We're not going to see it right away, but just try to make sure that you respond to it, because if you don't, that may come off as like, okay, well, I guess they don't care. If you're not good at timeliness, that's something else that could be bad customer service, is not getting people's orders out timely. If I order something from you, and even if it's custom, you should tell me what the time frame I should expect my product in. Like if you are making just anything from scratch that has maybe you're making it from scratch, it has my name on it, then tell me when I should expect my product, my order to ship. It shouldn't be 2-3 weeks later and I haven't heard anything, especially if you haven't told me up front it's going to be 3 weeks. If you tell me, oh, it's just a couple days, then it should be just a couple days. It shouldn't be a month, 2 months, 6 months or something. And that's whether, again, it's a physical product or if it's like a service, like if you're a photographer and you tell someone, oh, well, your photos will be ready in 30 days. Well, it shouldn't be 72 days later and they don't have their product yet. That's not good timeliness. Number 5, allowing your brand to become obsolete. You have to change with the times. And I think like a really good example of this would maybe be Kodak. Kodak camera, they had the photography and all that other stuff. Well, they didn't change with the times. During the era of when we were going from like the manual cameras to digital cameras, and they just didn't jump on it fast enough. And Kodak is basically missing in action at this point. In 2020, they're nowhere to be found. They've kind of lost the game. So you don't want your brand to become obsolete. You have to kind of change with the times. Keeping up with the times, keeping your brand relevant. Google is at your fingertips. There's no reason why, you can't keep up with whatever industry that you are in. You should always, not necessarily be just frantically looking to see what's going on in your industry every single day, but you should have some type of like maybe be on an email list or something to where you kind of know what's going on in your industry, so that okay, well, this is a trending item, this is a trending thing, let me start doing that. Like if you're a makeup artist, you should kind of know, well, what is this look that people are going for today? And then you should maybe use that that look. If there's the Pantone colors that they pick every year, if this is the color of the year, well, I'm going to use these colors this year. That's just keeping up with the times, because when you become obsolete, you become old news. And so you want to switch out products. If you have physical products, switch out products. If something's not selling anymore, switch it out with something that's new, something fresh. One of the trade show people explained to me, they're like, if you do this trade show and you decide that you want to do like our next trade show next season, make sure you have something new and something fresh, because a lot of the times those same buyers come to various trade shows. So if they saw you at this one and they saw the stuff that you have, and then they come to the next one and you literally have the exact same stuff, they're not going to be interested. They want to see, okay, do you have anything new? Do you have anything that's exciting, that's going to grab people's attention? Because people have a shorter attention span. So you have to kind of keep things evolving. Allowing your brand to be obsolete, that includes using outdated graphics. Like you shouldn't be using outdated fonts or fonts that are not visibly pleasing. Just for example, like if you have an ad, you wouldn't have an ad with people on there. The person wouldn't have a Jerry curl, because those are people still have them. They still have them, but that's not the thing anymore. So obviously, you wouldn't have somebody with the Jerry curl on your ad. Just like you maybe wouldn't have somebody with MC Hammer pants, because it's outdated. So you want to keep things, just kind of current, so that people can relate to it. That's why I think it's like some TV show. I think we saw a commercial or something where some people had on like face masks. It's just interesting to see that, it's relative to the time. So make sure that your graphics are up to date. Make sure you're using modern fonts. In 2020, just this era, it's the time of, clean lines, sleek. So you don't want to have graphics that look like they're from 1998. You want, clean lines, smooth edges, crisp pictures, things like that, so that it can grab a customer's attention. Because if it looks outdated, somebody may be like, I'm not interested. They won't even give it a chance. Something else that allows your brand to become obsolete is just when you refuse to go with the current trends. Some people they're just so stubborn. They just refuse to jump on the bandwagon. I'm not saying, that you have to, just change who you are just to, follow the crowd. I'm not saying that at all. But with this being business, you have to go with the flow of the market, because the market doesn't change for you. The market's not going to follow you, especially if you're not a huge brand like that. Somebody like Nike could get away with, doing something that's just totally crazy, or, some other huge brand. They could get away with, doing something that's out of the ordinary. But as a small business, we really don't have that luxury at this point. So you have to go with the flow. Don't be stubborn, and you don't have to do things, all at once. Like if you have a small business and it's been active for some years and you're like, you know what, I do need to change some things up, just do one thing at a time. You know, you don't have to just totally, slide everything off the table and, just start from scratch. Just start with one little thing and then go to the next thing and then go to the next thing. Number 6, this is probably actually one of the top things that actually will sabotage your business like nobody's business. It's being bad with money. And honestly, if you're bad with your personal money, you're going to be bad with business money. So if you don't know how to budget with your own money, if you don't know how to be disciplined, you're not going to know how to do that with business money either. Just a general rule of thumb. I'm sure there's some one-offs, but in general, if you're bad with your personal money, you're going to be bad with business money. When you don't put your profits back into your business, that's going to hurt your business. Like let's say you've gotten really good at what you're doing and you're making a lot of sales. Well, don't get beside yourself. Put that money back into your business so that you can grow your business some more. Don't decide that you're just going to go on a shopping spree and treat yourself. So obviously, if you always have so much business, why isn't your business looking better? Why aren't you getting better? Why aren't you moving from doing this yourself to paying someone else to do it? So when you don't put the money back into your business that you've made, you will sabotage your own business. Don't spend the money on yourself. Put it back into your business. That's why you should have a business banking account. I've actually discussed that on several videos. Make sure you get a business bank account so that you can have that business money separate from your personal money. When you buy unnecessary items, I have been so guilty of this, and I don't do it now because I've gotten wiser. But I would probably say about 8 years ago when I was doing like invitations and stuff, if I would see like stationery material, paper, especially paper on sale, even if I did not know what I could do with it, I would still buy it. And I would buy like all of it because it was on sale and it was a steal. I was like, I'm not going to get it at this price anymore. And I kid you not, I still have literally like half of that paper today. And I use it as like scrap paper. Like if I need to test something, I'll just use that paper because it's just there, and it's been literally wasted money because I would go and buy stuff that I did not need instead of just holding tight and then buying stuff as I needed it, or buying stuff that I knew that I was going to use on a regular basis. So when you buy stuff that you don't need, or you overbuy, or you overpay on stuff, that's going to sabotage your business. Like if you have maybe a friend who does certain work, but you know that they're overcharging, don't buy from them. I'm sorry, love to support you, but you know what? Charity starts at home. I can get this cheaper elsewhere, so that's what I'm going to get. That's what I'm going to buy elsewhere, because that's what's going to help my business, and my business comes first. Be sure to plan your purchases. I usually I have an inventory sheet. I don't do it, but I have one where it's basically an inventory of all of the materials that I use. And every month I'm supposed to go and take inventory to see how much I have left. Again, I don't do it, but I have it. So that's something that you could probably do. What I actually do, just because it's easier and I'm so busy, like I'm super tired right now, but I just had to get this video out. But I have in my little workshop, I have a dry erase board. And so as I notice that I'm getting low on stuff, I'll write it on my board so that I don't forget to buy it again. So that I don't run out, because it would be so bad if I ran out of stuff as fast as these orders are coming in. So plan your purchases, know exactly what you're going to buy. Don't just buy stuff just to be buying it, not knowing what you're going to do with it. And I'm not talking about like buying something because you're like, you know what, I like that. I think I can use that for this. So I want to buy it to see what it looks like. that's fine. But I'm saying, like, don't just buy stuff because it's on sale when you have no idea what you're going to do with it, because that's wasting money, and you don't earn more money by wasting money, like just spending money because it's, you know, it's there to be spent. If you have a small business, you should be purchasing your ingredients wholesale where possible. For example, I sell so many shower steamers. I'm not going to Walmart or to the grocery store to buy my ingredients because those are retail prices. Those are for the retail customer, not to a business owner who is using that to then turn around and make something and sell to an end customer. So if you are not purchasing your raw ingredients wholesale, then you are overspending. Order your raw ingredients, your raw materials, whatever, order them online. There's plenty of retailers online, and it's literally just a Google search away. If you are a baker and you need flour, well, go to Costco. Buy the big thing of Costco because the unit price is lower versus you buying the small one from Walmart and the unit price being too high. So make sure that you are not overspending on your raw ingredients. If it's fabric, then maybe you need to go to a store that sells fabric by the bolt, like huge commercial size fabric pieces, versus going to Hobby Lobby, versus going to Joann's or like these other stores. So those are the last 3 things that could sabotage your business. And just to recap, we'll start at number 1, recapping. So releasing your trade secrets, number 1, it's going to sabotage your business. 2, pricing your products incorrectly. 3, ignoring quality. 4, lacking good customer service. 5, allowing your brand to become obsolete. And number 6, when you're bad with money. So I hope this has been super helpful for you. Now, if there is another thing that you can think of or that you've thought of that people are doing to sabotage their own business, leave a comment below. Let's see what else is out there so that we can learn from it. And possibly there's something that I could be doing. So if this video has helped you, if you found it useful, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And then once you subscribe, ring the bell so that you know when the next video is uploaded. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next video.